Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about playing Lucio aggressively, playing him in a way that not only encourages your team to push forward, but it plays to some of the psychology behind Lucio's perspective to the enemy team. And we're really going to dive into how do you perceive Lucio when you're playing against him, and how you can use maybe the overall meta game to your advantage. We're going to look into each aspect of Lucio's ability to be more aggressive than the other healers, the other support characters, and how he can be a nuisance but at the same time be a rallying point, being a hero that essentially calls other heroes to aid him in a way that he also will turn around and help support those people that rally to him. So we're gonna look at Lucio as the antagonist, Lucio as the aggressor. So what does playing Lucio as the aggressor really accomplish? And I would argue that in a way, Lucio almost acts like a beacon for your team, that they know that they'll be getting a heal or they'll be getting a speed buff if they're within range of him, within sight of him, and he has the capability to increase other players' abilities or strengths or lasting power in a fight, so they tend to want to stay around him. And so you can almost direct the battlefield with Lucio. When players know that you're heading in a certain direction, generally they tend to follow you because they want that speed boost if you guys are trying to get to a point, or if they're low, they know they need to stay near you because you're going to be healing them up. You're going to get that AE healing out. So Lucio really is a rallying point. Lucio can act as the battlefield commander in a way. And generally this is a role reserved for tanks. I mean, this is what Reinhardt's all about, is everybody get behind Reinhardt and follow him towards the point. But if you don't have a Reinhardt, or you have tanks that are being slightly less aggressive than what you need or what you're used to, you can take over this role as Lucio, because if players see you charge ahead or they see you go in a certain direction, generally, and this is a very general idea, they will try to follow you. And so you can use this to your advantage, that you can have the ability to conduct the aggressiveness of your team. If you have a knack for being able to read momentum shifts, you can instigate these pushes when you need them in the course of a fight, of a team fight. And so I think that it's important to have a high situational awareness if you're going to play Lucio in this role. You need to know what kind of ultimates you guys have up. You need to know positioning if you're going to have an advantageous push. And I really think that the reason Lucio is capable of getting away with this is because people know that he's hard to kill. People know that when Lucio is in trouble, he can pop that speed boost, he can jump on a wall, jump to another wall, and access the map in ways that other heroes can't. And so people tend, in the meta psychology of the game, people tend to put Lucio on low priority because they know they got to spend a lot of billets and a lot of time trying to kill him. And while Lucio's ultimate gives that one-upmanship in an ultimate pissing contest, essentially, that when people are popping their ultimates left and right, that little extra health boost, that little sound barrier addition can really turn the tide in those battles of ultimates versus ultimates. But it's not Mercy's res. It's not something as devastating as a 4 or 5 player resurrection back to full health. So people don't tend to acknowledge his ultimate as high of a threat, essentially because of Lucio's lower ranking in the priority list of kill targets, especially for high damage dealers. It allows him to get away with stuff that other heroes can't get away with, that he can stay in a fight longer, he can act as this frontline hero that forces your team forward or encourages your team to run forward, pushing into a vital part of an enemy team at just the right moment. It allows you to stay in combat for a few extra seconds. I honestly believe that Lucio is best when paired with a Mercy or another support healer type character, but at the same time, he really has this unique ability of weaving his way in and out of combat, unlike any other support. As always, guys, I hope you found this useful, and give Lucio a try in certain situations. Try this aggressive way of playing him, and you'll be forced to learn to get better at evasion, because when you're on the front lines, it gets really intense, and you may not always survive. You may get killed pretty quickly, but at the same time, you'll get better and better, and it'll end up giving you a really unique way of playing him. Hope you found this useful. Have fun, and I'll see you in game.